What's good, everybody? Merry Christmas to all. Um, I don't even know where to begin, other than I sat for a few hours watching my team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, get absolutely decimated by the Kansas City Chiefs. Again. This was. I don't even have any words other than Mike Tomlin. I'm about to unload on your ass. Because for 7 years, have had enough. I've had enough. I think right now, as I sit here today, confident in what I'm about to say, you need to go. You need to go. Because you have purposely. That game should have been the do or die game for you guys. If you go in, you win the division, and if you lose, you look more and more like a wannabe team that shouldn't even be there. What irritates me is that for the longest time, we've had roster after roster after roster after roster with good players, some players that can still give it their all, players that we thought we could develop but it didn't work. We have wasted draft picks. We have wasted talent. Marquise Pouncey can't even get a Super Bowl because of you. Cam Hayward is not going to get a Super Bowl because of you. TJ Watt might not get a Super Bowl because of you. You came into this season when they asked you what is the objective for the 2024 Steelers. What did you say? Is to become world champions. Is to become world champions? Or is it to keep your streak alive? Because I promise you, you cared more about your streak than you did winning. Now, you have cost this team 6 games in total. 6 of them. 6 of them. The Indy game, where we were coming back and you didn't even give Justin Fields a chance. The Cowboys game, when you wasted a timeout and you didn't give Justin Fields a chance. You wasted damn near all the time against Cleveland, and you had a malfunction in your head with the game clock. So that happened. Baltimore, you get your shit kicked in, and you didn't even try to mount the comeback. You just punted the ball saying no mas, like you quit again. And then you freaking go to Philly, you punt the ball away. You never saw the ball again after that because they damn near controlled the clock for all the fourth quarter. And this game, like, dude, I know for a fact you're calling the defense, and your defensive play calling is just terrible. You have no flow for the game. You try to put your defense back out there, and when they cannot get a stop, you literally drive them into the ground. You are you're just a roster killer. You wasted away the Killer B era. You wasted away the freaking what is it? You know, the 2020 season. You wasted freaking Big Ben in his last year when y'all didn't give him offensive line to at least do something. You wasted a draft pick on Kenny Pickett, who is now a backup in Philly, who is not really doing anything in Philly, and then you freaking you had Justin Fields, who, by the way, Russell Wilson, bruh, you are a turnover machine right now. And what's bothering me is that Justin Fields only had one turnover, one interception. That, by the way, it was not his fault. It got tipped up in the air against the Chargers, and they somehow came away with it. Chargers still a good team, though. I'm not gonna bash them. They're a really good team. Justin Fields is 3-0 against playoff teams. Russell Wilson is 1-3 against playoff teams. Or I'm sorry, 2-3 against playoff teams. There's no excuse. Mike Tomlin, these 3-game stretches is on your lap. This is falling on you, because I came into the season, you were already on my list of people to keep an eye on. And buddy, you're making it even worse for yourself, because I had to sit there and literally watch this team get cooked. You held them to 16 points coming out of the half, and you did nothing. You did absolutely nothing. And I'm so sick and tired of you saying, oh, well, that's just the nature of the game, this, that, and everything else. No, the hell it's not. That is not the nature of the game. The nature of the game is if you try your damn hardest. You gave up. You had an opportunity to go for it on 4th down and second with 6 minutes to at least try to say, hey, you know, we still try to put up points, at least try to fight back. You quit. Just like you quit in Baltimore, just like you quit in Philadelphia. I'm not tolerating it no more. You know, we haven't won a playoff game since 2016 against the Chiefs of all teams. And in that span, we played the Patriots, where we gave up 36 points. We played the Jags the following year. We gave up 45 points. We played the Browns, where we gave up 48 points. And then we played the freaking Chiefs, where we gave up 42 points. And then on top of that, we went up against Buffalo and we got smacked 31 points. So at what time do you take accountability? You are not a top 5 coach. The reason why you are there for the longest time, because you benefited from a Super Bowl that was not built by you. It was built by Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher gave you an easy chance for a Super Bowl. You had Big Ben. You had an offensive coordinator. You had a defensive coordinator, Dick LeBeau. Bruce Arians was the offensive coordinator, for those who don't know, in 2008. You had a top-tier defense, and you had with multiple Hall of Famers, and you had a top-tier offense with multiple Hall of Famers, such as Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes, Heath Miller, Willie Parker, Antoine Randall, dude, you benefited from Bill Cowher's team. You have not built your own team. You got to one AFC championship. You are 3-8 in the postseason. Probably gonna be 3-9. Is that a good record? Should you keep your job after that? I would think not, because you know, I was listening to someone and they made a very good point. Even when the Philadelphia Eagles were making NFC championship games, they still moved on from Andy Reid. Because Philadelphia was like, listen, we're just not getting it done. We haven't done anything. We're not winning anything. We haven't won a playoff game. Like, we're not doing anything. And they moved on from them. buddy, you have been there for the longest time, and at some point, you have to go because you're killing this team, and I can't take it anymore. I really can't. The only bright spots that I see on this team, honest to God, Justin Fields when he was the starter, Jalen Warren who's fighting his ass off, Pat Fryermuth who's trying to be that playmaker but he just can't because like the ball's just not coming to him early. George Pickens who was damn well trying. Y'all can call him a head case. He's fucking trying. Mike Tomlin, this is on you. This is on you. And you know what makes it even worse? That you went with Dan Moore. You went with Dan Moore instead of Broderick Jones on the left tackle spot. Because if you had put Broderick Jones on the left tackle spot and Troy Fontanu on the right side, we wouldn't even be in this mess. Because you literally have such a fascination with Dan Moore. It's like Dan Moore is just someone that you can say, oh, well, he's reliable, he's this and that, he knows our system. So why'd you spend 2 first-round picks on tackles to replace this man? Was for that reason, to replace him, because he was hot trash. Today he was hot trash. The last 3 games he's been hot trash. There's no bright spot with him. He is ass. That whole offensive line needs to get reworked, redone. As far as you calling plays on the defensive side and leaving Terrell Austin to look like a fucking sitting duck out there who doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just having the call sheet and say, oh, I think we should run this, boss. No, we're going to run it my way. Bruh, we had no sacks today. No turnovers. Nothing. That is disgusting. Travis Kelce had more yards against that defense. He was the leading receiver. That is disgusting. You know, you play favoritism to everybody and you never have this team ready to play. Honest to God, you never have this team ready to play when it comes time to play against top tier talent. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. You got beat up by the Bills. You get beat up by the Chiefs. You get beat up. You're going to get beat up by the Bengals. Honestly, I'm at this point, I'm just waiting for the Bengals to just blow you out. Because I'm so sick of it. I'm so used to just seeing you choke in meaningful games. You had an opportunity to win the division last week. You didn't do that. You had an opportunity to win the division this week. You didn't want to do that. So you know what? You're like, we're just going to make the playoffs and we're just going to get beat in the first round. I already know the fucking script. You're going to lose in the first round to the Baltimore Ravens or the Houston Texans. Because the Texans, listen, they might be down receivers, but even if they're down receivers and they somehow find a way to beat your ass, you should lose your job. You should literally lose your job. You are not a top 5 coach. You're just a coach that benefited off of someone else's greatness. You know, I'm so sick of having to go through freaking YouTube and having to go back and watching old playoff games to remember what we used to be like. I know what we used to look like. I know what we used to be like. And it's crazy how, you know, we haven't won a playoff game in 7 years. About to be 8 years. We haven't won a Super Bowl in but it's about to be 17 years. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And if honestly, if I'm picking someone to win the fucking Super Bowl this year, I'm rooting for the Detroit Lions at this point, because I see the Lions. The Lions used to be what the Steelers. The Lions are what the Steelers used to be: physical, tough nose, have a coach that's gonna back their offense up, back their defense up, even when their defense doesn't even doesn't look fully healthy. They find a way to win. That is what the Detroit Lions look like. They look like a well-deserved contender that's probably going to win the NFC, because, damn it, I don't see Philly making it. I damn well don't see the Vikings making it. There's nobody in the NFC that can compare to the Detroit Lions. Like, what? And I don't see this team going to the AFC Championship. I don't see them winning the playoff game. I really don't. They're going to be a one-and-done team. And I've had enough. Like, I'm being dead serious when I say that shit. I'm being 100%. This is me, like, actually yelling and being frustrated. Because I've had to put up with this now for 7 years. And counting. And the one constant is Mike Tomlin, because he cares more about his non-losing streak in the regular season than he cares about actually holding up to the standard. You want to know what the fucking standard is? The standard is winning the Super Bowl, which you have not done. You have not even been to a Super Bowl since 2010. You're a disgrace of a head coach. You make Bill Cowher ashamed, because he gave you a roster that you probably should have never even had. If Bill Cowher was still coaching, this team would be way different. This team would actually be a contender. Right now, it's not. You know, you handled the quarterback situation poorly. You did not want to go and draft a Ben's replacement. You held on to him for too long, and that's no shot at Ben. I love Ben, but at some point in time, you gotta ride off into the sunset. You wasted talent. You wasted Marquise Pouncey. You wasted David DeCastro. You wasted Alejandro Villanueva. You wasted Stephon Tuitt. You wasted freaking Bud Dupree. You're now wasting TJ Watt. You wasted Cam Hayward. You couldn't even get Brian Shazier a ring. You couldn't get Vince Williams a ring. You couldn't even get Joe Hayden a ring. And Joe Hayden was playing better than all y'all. You wasted talent. You couldn't even get Le'Veon Bell a ring. You couldn't get Antonio Brown a ring. You just wasted talent for a long time. And that's what pisses me off. You call yourself a head coach, but you're not. You're not a head coach. You're just a coach that just stands over at the sideline trying to look good for the cameras. Man, you're freaking weak. You're freaking weak. I'm like literally shaking because I'm literally that pissed off that we got a lame duck coach with a lame duck coaching staff that doesn't even know how to utilize talent correctly. And the offensive line coach, you better get the hell up out of Dodge, buddy. You better get the hell up out of Dodge, because you are complete trash. You don't even know how to get this offensive line fixed. Shit, I'd say Mike Vrabel over your ass. Y'all disgust me. Man, listen. I love y'all. I hope you had a good Christmas. Merry Christmas to y'all. And, you know, I'm just... I need to vent. Because I'm just so disgusted Man, I'm out.